Hey, gun people! This will be about a canine, police using a canine. I'm going to talk a little about abuse of force. I know I'm going to talk a lot. I'm going to try and explain, get you in the mindset, explain some things known to the officers that somebody just watching this video may not see. So, of course, in the article that this is in, it's extremely graphic. A police dog is going to bite somebody. Oh, cover your eyes. Don't look. Don't peek. Whatever. Come on. All right. Damn dude gets bit by a dog. Get over it. So, they call this guy up.
Was unarmed, and officers say under the influence of drugs.
Turn around. No!
Just 2 seconds later.
Oh, nice roll. Let's go back and look at that roll again. Because this is like some Bruce Lee kung fu shit. Check out this dog bite leg. Human does roll. That's a pretty good little escape roll. I got to give it to him. Watch how quick this guy moves when he does his roll.
Turn around. No!
Just 2 seconds later.
Woo! Whippy-doo. All right, now that we got the video over so I can stop all the whiners, show the video so we can watch it. Now you know what's going to happen. Now let's go back and talk about why it happened and what's going on here. So, this dude, the problem here, and I've talked about this before, and all cops know this, and they get training on it. When you have a guy that's naked and he's sweating, I don't know if you can see the sweat in this video. I'll put a link to it so you can kind of see it. You can see it more in the original video that he is sweating. But, so he's naked and he's sweating. That is a huge clue for PCP. Now, they said he's under the influence of drugs, but someone might have said LSD. I'm not sure. My guess is, I'm not there, I don't know, but I guarantee you toxicology, it's going to be PCP or PCP derivative that's caused him to do this. Remember, PCP is one of those crazy drugs that make you think you can be smaller or bigger. You have super strength. You don't feel pain. You're very, very hot. Your heart rate rushes. You're always looking for water, so you always shed your clothes. Very, very violent. You get that 1,000-yard stare. PCP is a very, very dangerous drug. Cops will never, ever, if they're smart and trained, go after a naked guy by themselves. Because if he's on PCP, you're going to get your ass whipped. I mean, you can hit him with a baton. You can break his leg. There's been guys on PCP. There's all kind of studies. Broken legs, broken arms. They're still fighting maniac. One guy uprooted a tree and beat a cop with it. Another guy ripped a shotgun out of the rack and all out of the car. I mean, this drug is just an extremely dangerous drug. You do not want to mess around with this drug. Now, with that in mind, in that mindset, because I guarantee you, when cops go here, first thing I do when I get a dispatch for a naked guy, I'm like, oh shit, man, PCP. Make sure I got all my shit. Make sure I got all my gear. Make sure make sure I don't get too close. Make sure I wait for backup. This call can go to shit really quick. All that goes through my mind immediately when I hear a naked guy. So, I hear a naked girl, other things go through my mind. But when I hear a naked guy running around, turning over trash cans, being violent, jumping on cars, being crazy, screaming, yelling, standing in the middle of the road, 1,000-yard stare, traffic's running around him, all those are big clues that this is not going to be a good call. So you notice how many cops are here. There's 4 or 5 cops here. This is San Diego. And it's California. Most California agencies have the same type of training experience kind of on how they respond to things. So they have a bunch of officers show up. Well, Rick, that's just so you shouldn't have 6 officers there and a dog. That's just, I agree, government's too big and you shouldn't have that many officers. But on these type of calls, you can't have enough. Because, this dude, PCP guys, they got several videos of them throwing 5, 6 cops off of them. And most normal people, 3 or 4 people, you're going to lose if you got 3 or 4 people on you that know anything about fighting or holding you. But, it is what it is. So let's watch this guy's immediate. Look at his body tension. Very rigid. Those are things that indicate tenseness, crank, upper speed, LSD, PCP. Very tense body. Very jerky. Very excitable. All that shit happens with this guy within 3 seconds.
Just. And officers say under the influence of drugs.
Turn around.
Okay, is this guy a no person? Turn around. No. No! No! Tensing up, staring, looking. Now, the media is trying to say that this guy, and I don't know if you can see this just as good if I go here or not, and it won't keep going back and forth. So the guy says no.
I want to turn around for me when you get to the top.
The man was unarmed, and officers say under the influence of drugs.
Unarmed? He's got 2 arms to me. You people want to go unarmed? Unarmed man ain't got no damn arms. You want to think just because the guy ain't got a weapon, he ain't no threat. Well, this guy can rip any one of these officers' guns out of their holster pretty damn quick and use it against them. So I don't really care if he's unarmed. He's under the influence of drugs. He's not thinking clearly, and he's got superhuman strength. He doesn't feel pain. He's very quick. You just don't want to mess with these guys.
Turn around. No!
Just 2 seconds later,
Whoop-de-whoop. Nice roll. I love that roll. So, cops on him. There's a cop here, dogs on him. Now they're saying, this lawyer, civil rights lawyer, defense, whatever, is saying the cops should have gave him more warnings. They actually show the police policy.
a cop orders a police dog to bite. He is barbaric. Donald Cook is a civil rights attorney.
Yeah, it's barbaric. Whatever, dude. You get your ass out there and fight with him. Get your pussy ass whip busted your nose and see what happens.
Who's filed hundreds of police dog bite cases. He does not represent the man in the video.
Do you consider this excessive force? Not only excessive, it's animalistic.
San
Oh, whatever.
Diego Police Department procedures say, if possible, cops will give at least 2.
Okay, so what they did here, and when you write policy, and I wrote policy, and I actually wrote it this way, you always have to leave an officer a little bit of a leeway so he doesn't put policy. If this policy would have said, handlers must and always give 2 warnings in a loud, clear manner before releasing a dog, this guy would be in violation of policy. But as a policymaker, or when you're writing these policies, you understand that there's going to be circumstances to where you just can't do that. And if you write policies that just trap officers from not doing anything, you get a bunch of officers that don't do anything. They get paid to go drink coffee and eat donuts, and you get public pissed off. So whoever wrote this policy put in at the front, which is smart, if possible, the handler will give at least 2 warnings in a loud, clear manner. That if possible leaves room for, was this necessary for this cop to release his dog that quick to bite that dude? Now, I wouldn't want my dog biting a guy because I wouldn't want him breaking my dog's neck and hurting him, to be honest. But I was kind of one of those guys that I didn't think my dog was expendable. You know, you hurt my dog, it's worse than hurting my partner. I'm going to beat your ass. But, so this guy used his dog, which is within policy, which is what they're for, which stopped the other officers from getting in there and exposing their weapons. It distracted the guy. It made the guy go into his Kung Fu Bruce Lee role. I mean, it did all kind of things very quickly. And the guy was already a no person. He was a clear no person. This thing was going nowhere fast. They were on the side of a hill. And do you want a bunch of officers rolling around with a guy on the side of a cliff? All that's going to be explained when you're in court on why the officers acted the way they did. Now, did they necessarily think of that when they did it? Sometimes cops do things just without necessarily thinking about it because of their training and experience, and it's like, it just happens. I mean, when I draw my gun, I don't necessarily think about it. I don't think about unsnapping it. I don't think about whether it's on my hip. I don't think about what the background is. When I feel the need and I need to get my gun out, my gun comes out as instinctive. Now, if I'm testifying later, I'm going to say I pulled it because I can review everything and calm down. It's not the heat of the moment. And say, look, there was this factor, there was multiple people, it was at dark, he was moving forward, he was acting aggressively. In this case, why did I release my dog so quickly? Look, he just came up a hill, he was sweaty, he was naked, this is PCP, I know these guys are dangerous, I didn't want to give them a chance to attack one of us, I know they can hurt people, they have superhuman strength, they have low pain tolerances, I didn't want to try anything else, the dog was there, it's a tool, it's less than deadly force, and I wanted this guy on the ground. And he had already said no, he was a no person, and so I got him on the ground. And, of course, I got to get a phone call. So, I mean, that's what the guy's going to testify to. So,
in clear manner before allowing a dog to bite a person. But the video apparently shows no warning was given.
What do you think the officers should have done when this guy didn't listen to them?
Well, of course you always ask idiots what they would do. Because this knucklehead doesn't carry a gun. He probably don't even carry a freaking Pop-Tart in the shape of a gun. Pink painted liberal suing ACLU, whatever, civil rights attorney. He's all against guns. He don't want nobody having a gun, but he don't want nobody having a dog. He don't want anybody doing anything to his clients because all he wants is clients so he can make money.
Talk to him some more. There's no time pressure.
Yeah, there's no time pressure. When your ass isn't on the line, there's no time pressure, goofy boob. What happens is, when you're out there as a cop and you got these guns and you've got all these people and you don't know who's going to do what and you don't know if this guy's armed and you don't know where he came from and you don't know if he cut up somebody and you don't know if he's going to jump on you, rip your throat out, or bite your face off. Oh, shit, Rick. There's plenty of time. Listen to this guy. There's no time limit. Shit, sit down, have a cup of coffee with him. Leave your gun belt in the car, take your badge off, and come back and just be a nice citizen like I am in court when I have court protectees and armed people guarding me because I'm too stupid and weak to go out there and deal with this shit, so I'll let the cops do it so I can tell them how wrong they are later. Now, it sounds like I'm on the cop's side. Wait.
But Cook says what happens next is even worse.
Hands on your back. Hands on your back.
After the unarmed man is taken to the ground by 4 officers, they allow the dog to bite the man's leg for 44
Warning, that red stuff is blood. Ooh.
or more seconds.
Put your hands behind your back and the dog will stop biting you. Put your hands behind your
Okay. Now I'm with Weasley dickless attorney hiding in a courthouse. Okay? This is absolutely wrong and unacceptable. I got no problem with the initial bite. It gets him on the ground. Officers jump on him. You get the dog off. You get the upper hand. You handcuff him good. Now, unfortunately, cops and canine are going to be pissed that I'm giving out this trade secret. There are a lot of cops, especially with new young dogs, that when a dog bites and he gets a taste of blood, you want to encourage that and improve that so it makes him a better dog. It's part of the training. Because in all our training, when we get our dogs to bite us using wraps and protection, they never taste blood. They're pulled off. It's controlled and we're not hurting them. So the first bite for a dog is really important that the dog wins. You don't want your dog biting somebody the first time, getting kneed in the face, knock a tooth out. He'll never bite again. And to undo that training will take months and months and months. And he may not ever come back. So a lot of times our dogs, most military police dogs, are frustrated. They bark and they threaten and they act aggressive all the time. And the only time they get to really bite somebody, unless you're working in a really shitty area where you're getting bites all the time, is when the guy's in training and he's got a wrap on. So I understand the mentality of this canine handler. I don't agree with it. I think it's bullshit. It's wrong. You don't inflict pain. You don't do that. But I understand his mentality and the way of the brainwashing is when your dog gets a bite, you don't want to pull him off right away because you might confuse him into thinking that when you actually get blood or flesh, I get ripped off. So maybe I'm not supposed to get flesh. I'm only supposed to bite this canvas wrap that feels like cloth with no blood. So now, should we be using training dogs and training them on somebody that's getting chewed up on the leg while you're holding them down? Absolutely not. I'm not saying that. I'm trying to let you understand that these are complicated trainings. Should dogs be gone? Should you not use dogs? If you can't, there'll be the people that'll say like, well, if you can't train them and you need to let them bite out, then you should just do away with them. Well, okay, that's fine too. I don't really care. I don't have a dog in this fight. I really don't. I'm just looking at this from a use of force standpoint. This is a very, very overuse of force bullshit. This is absolutely, these cops should all be held civilly liable, every one of them. And that's the only way you're going to stop cops and government from doing this shit. Government makes the rules. You had plenty of numbers. It was daylight. The guy obviously was not armed because he was naked. You had more than enough armed officers around him. He had already been bit. After he was bit and he did his Chinese chop suey roll, he freaking gave up and said, okay. Now you have 4 guys on the ground, obviously in control, and you allow a dog to chew on him for another, they said 44 seconds according to the video. Absolutely unacceptable overuse of force. These guys ought to have their ass in a jam. Everybody that viewed it, watched it, participated needs to be an ass in a jam for not standing up and saying, hey, get the freaking dog off. First of all, when if I'm not working a dog and a dog gets in there, I'm not touching a guy till the dog gets his dog off him. I don't want to go in there and get bit. Dog gets excited. I'm reaching for arms and legs. Next thing you know, the dog bites me. So normally, I'm not even reaching for a guy until the dog comes off. But I have seen numerous videos where these cops are like, stop moving and I'll make the dog come off. Let us put the handcuffs on you and I'll get the... That is bullshit. That's not your job. That's like me pulling out my baton and whacking you and saying, I'll stop whacking you as soon as you let me put the handcuffs on. And I keep hitting you and hitting you and hitting you. Same thing. I hope this guy wins, even though I think the attorney looks like a little weasel. I hope he wins, and I hope the officers get their asses in a jam. And I know the cops will be here. You're not a real cop. You shouldn't be. I don't give a shit. I call it like I see it. This is bullshit. And if this was a case that I was reviewing when I was working, and they wanted to use me as a use of force expert to help them, I would tell them I thought it was bullshit. And you know what happened? I would not get to testify. The DA, and this has happened to me before when I've said the cops are wrong, they will say, we're not going to use you as the expert. They don't tell the defense, and they get one of their flunky experts who will say what they want, and as soon as they get him to say, well, under the circumstances and the training of the officer could have done this, but he was in fear of his life, and because of the cliff, the officers felt that the dog was helping maintain him, and until they got the cuffs on, the guy was really not restrained because we know of the superhuman strength of these guys, and the dog was a good distractor. And remember, the officers didn't cause this. The suspect caused it. He used the drugs. He's the one that said no, and it's all his fault. So the officers and the dog shouldn't be blamed. And the officers are doing a tough job, and they really needed to do this. And maybe they could have got him off earlier, but, you know, there was a lot going on. This was a rapidly evolving situation, and the officer's hands were tied up, and nobody really knew when he was secure. So getting the dog off was not a highest priority because these officers were in fear. Okay, that's what the flunky would say, towing the company line, just pushing the bullshit. It's not what I would say, but again, remember, the government is the prosecutor, is the DA. The DA gets to pick who he wants on his side. So he's not going to put somebody that goes against him on a stand saying, hey, this is my use of force expert. I've used him on several cases. He's very trained. He's highly trained. He's got a lot of experience. What does he think? They don't do that. Okay, now the defense will go find some other flunky on their side, like this weasel attorney, that no matter what happens, it's always a cop's fault and it's never. So there's black and blue, gray, all in the middle. Hopefully I've confused you more than I've made this clear, because it's not clear. And it can't be clear for the cops, and it can't be clear for the dog, and it can't be clear for the lawyers later when they're arguing in the Supreme Court and appeals and all the crap. It's never clear. So to make it to where the cops are always clear is bullshit, but in this case, the cops are wrong in my opinion. It was overuse of force. It was absolutely unjustified. It was assault under the color of authority, and it was excessive force at this point, not the first point, because it changed. All right, so that's my take. Hope that helps.